Hello, and welcome to another episode of So Here's the Thing. I am your host, Marquis, and so here's the thing. Right? I usually start out with a whole introduction about how I'm feeling about a particular guest for an episode. Today, I am thrilled. I don't, I'm a bit ambivalent about how I'm feeling. This is one of my dear friends. This is JD. I know him by a different name, but today we're going to call him JD. This is one of my dear friends, and I have so much to cover with him. We have so much we're going to be talking about. So much I want to share with my listening and viewing audience. And I just before everything, I just really want to say thank you. One of the things that we talked about offline before we got online was you expressed in your own JD way that like, oh, I what did he say? He said something like, oh, I had to protect this day for you. Let me find out. I had to make sure that I feel very privileged that you protected this day, you protected this time, you made sure that you were here after how many months of trying to do this. No, it's fine. It's fine. So, JD, introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, and then we're gonna get into a bunch of different stuff we're gonna be talking about today.
I just cannot wait. I'm JG. Basically, I'm a DC native.
Okay.
Basically,
Oh, you're a DC
almost like 16 years now, but I'm originally from North Carolina.
Oh, well,
And
I started doing. So here's the thing. Again, I started to back up after a long time of taking some time off, and I'm gonna say, you seem like such a person that I was like, I really want you to be on the podcast, but also I feel like you jumped at the chance. Now, that said, there are people who jumped at the chance for something, and then it takes them a year to do the thing. I'm not saying who those people are. I'm not, just
life be life.
life be life.
And then also, you can think about the things about being on a podcast and thinking about what you're going to say
So
and solving all that.
So that's the thing I wanted to get into. So here's the thing: is a podcast, as you know, of me just talking and chatting with friends who have different growing up backgrounds from my own, but or have current different life experiences from mine, and so that to me is quite broad. And so I when I ask my friends, hey, come be on my podcast, so come have come have a chat with me. They're like, what am I gonna talk about? I'm like, you're so great and interesting. Just talk. And then they'll all be like, oh, I gotta listen. Listen at yourself.
No, I purposely
Interesting by itself.
There was a purpose and a reason.
Yes.
I wish I wore purple socks, but still no. There was a purpose and reason because of the topic that we're going to discuss.
Yes. So, this is gonna seem like a little bit of a left turn, but it's not actually. One of the things that I most appreciated about you and my meeting you and sort of getting to know you, a couple things, right? And we're gonna be getting into a lot of these things over the next however long. One, you were a person. First of all, you are a what's the word? You're just a very individual person. You have your own spark and personality, and as a person who people have also described me as that way, like I have my own individual sort of light and way of being. I was like, okay, that's somebody I want to be a part of. Two, you have one of the most, I'm gonna say unique. I'm gonna say unique singing voices I have heard. And we're gonna call it unique. And we're gonna move on from there. No, but that. I love to sing, and you also love to sing. As unique as your voice is, you actually really enjoy it.
Yes,
You really enjoy it. So
yes, I do enjoy it.
I love people who find joy in things that they may or may not, be the best at.
You should see how I dance.
Objective. So
Trust.
so here's the thing, though. So here's the thing. you know, people say that how you dance is linked to how you are in the bedroom and other areas. So,
I don't think that correlation is kind of true for me at all. I don't think so. I think one is better than the other. I will leave that to the imagination.
so you are both your own individual, unique. You have unique energy and spirit, etc. But also you are this is not really where we wanted to start, but I'm going to start here anyway.
Sure.
I have a lot of black gay friends. I'm a black gay man. For my friends and viewers,
If you can't
may or may not, you may or may not know this, but I happen to be a black gay man.
That's the reason why we look
You are also a black gay man. I have many black gay men friends. I would say that over half of my black gay male friends are not in relationships of any kind, whether they are boyfriend, married, whatever it is. Over 50%. Out of the friends that I know, I'm going to say, let's say 30% of them are boyfriend or married, whatever it is. 30% of my black gay friends are in some type of relationship. Out of those, maybe 2% are in interracial interracial gay relationships. Maybe 2%. And that's, you know, and so I was like, oh boy,
I don't find that odd at all.
It's not you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
so
got
you don't find it odd, but to
So-
me, to a lot of viewers, they're like, that should be like the comment. No, that very, very unique. And so I was like, oh, let me like find community in this person. So
Yeah, I feel the same. I feel the same way about you. That's the reason why I was like, oh, I could talk to him because my partner is Asian and your partner is white.
He's a white man,
and so we have we approach life problems differently. And I'm curious to know how you approach those problems. Also, within my friend group, I want to say my numbers are different from yours.
Your numbers.
Your numbers.
That's
are
your body count.
No, but like the numbers, like majority of the black gay men that I know are in a relationship or married.
Yeah.
I know very single.
Oh.
I know very few single.
Very few single. Okay.
And also they're in interracial marriages as well too. And with Latino. So I literally have like this whole diaspora.
I wish that I had that.
Yes.
Oh,
and the family dynamics, the things that they go through.
Yeah.
And even one of my friends actually just now adopted a baby.
Oh.
Yes. Well,
we're not going to get
adopted.
a
We have to get a baby.
We are not going to get a baby, but we have.
I know. I don't want no children.
We have a little puppy.
Children. No, thank you. No, children are my festival tickets and every person that comes.
Struggling. We're going to be talking about festivals in a minute.
Yeah,
but
got you.
your husband, you are married.
9 years July.
9 years. Wow.
9 years. Yes.
And I assume you are. Listen, my viewers and listeners, they know me well enough. I'm going to say that you are happily married.
Yes.
Listen. Just let them know.
Yes, I mean, that's honest.
People making the
who's going to hear and say, "Oh yeah, I am so unhappy right now."
No, but you could be like, "Oh, things are."
Yeah.
And people can tell from your expression.
Yeah.
You are happily married.
Yeah.
I can tell from when I'm around you guys. You seem like you're in love. I can tell.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I mean, somebody recently, oh my God, read my partner for saying that, oh, the reason why we're together is because he's so nice and I like him. You like him? Yeah, he like, what do you mean? You like me? You don't love him? I was like, yeah, but the love is automatically there. You have to like the person that you with 24/7. You don't necessarily love that person every day. You know, you have to think about the aspects of things. You have to like this person.
Do you feel like you like your partners 24/7?
Yeah, I have to. I live with that person. Honestly, he's breathing wrong. I need to go pick up that dish.
I love my partner 24/7. I love him 24/7, but I would say that I like him. Let me say 14/5.
Wow.
So like 5 days a week, right? And sometimes those days do not land on weekends. He gets on my nerves on weekends sometimes, and sometimes I don't like him during those times. Listen, this is the person I've been with for 12, 13 years. Probably 13. So, listen, I'm gonna say these things, and it's my podcast. As I said to you, I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
Say it. I'm gonna say it. And, you know, I feel like that. I'm glad that there are people who like their partners 24/7. I love him 24/7. He is my rock in so many different instances. So you are married?
Yes.
You're married. Okay.
Yes.
And you've been married for how long?
9 years.
And you've been together for how long?
10.
10 years.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. The thing that we are here to talk about, at least one of the things that we're going to be talking about, is circuit culture, circuit music, and circuit culture. And your taste in music really sort of broadened my horizons. That was one of the other things that I sort of was like, oh wow, I don't know a thing about any of this. Circuit music. I have friends who are in the circuit culture, or circuit. I guess they call them circuit boys.
Yes.
But
Circuit
they are white.
Circuit queens.
Circuit queens.
Mm-hmm.
And they are some of them are older, some of them are younger, but surprisingly some of them are my age, and I'm like, listen, you're still out here doing this?
Yes.
So we're going to be getting into all that today. The first thing I want to ask you about, as we talk about circuit culture, first I want you to define it, and then I want you to tell me how you got into it. From what region? We talked about North Carolina. We talked about New York, and we talked about
I can definitely do that. Circuit culture basically is a genre of EDM music that
EDM stands
for electronic dance music. The music that you hear from like EDC Las Vegas, which is an Electric Daisy Carnival in Las Vegas. That's about to happen in 2 weeks, I believe. I went there in 2023. Wonderful experience. Great. 500,000 people was there.
Electronic dance music. I want you to remember that some of my listeners are 17 and some of them are 16. So electronic dance music is music that is played on only digital platforms. There are no actual instruments.
You can integrate real instruments, but usually it's pre-recorded and it is produced and through the computer digitally. So the majority of it is digital. But every now and then they'll have real vocals behind it. And they will just repeat the same sentence or repeat the same lyric, I want to say.
But it's
usually a flow to it.
Music with very few lyrics.
Yes, very few lyrics. Nothing but beats. The beats tell the story of the music. You know how songs, you listen to the lyrics and lyrics have like a ebb and flow and crescendo and things like that too. EDM does that with beats. And lyrics and things like that too. And then there's different types of doing it, and also the beats per minute. And that's what separates each genre as the beats per minute. So circuit music is between 132 beats, 128 to 132 beats.
So wait. Don't go too fast.
Sorry.
Because I want to make sure that my listeners and viewers are able to catch up. One, there are people who, I assume, not myself, but I listen to a lot of musicals. Listen to jazz. I listen to, and so my reference point has to be like, okay, is this relaxing music? Is it or is this like
we're dancing? But also it can be slow. That's where you get the
that's what I like to know.
So you get the melodic house. That's your beach music. That's where you're on a nice beach. You're doing cute things. You're doing cute little moves together.
So start from. I want you to start from slow. To fast, as far as like in like house EDM music.
Sure.
What you know what I'm saying?
I got you. I can take you on that journey. So you can do beach melodic jazz, melodic trance music. As like you're slow, you just want to chill.
And how many beats per music is that?
I want to say beats per minute. I want to say like 100. Don't Google me on this. But it's something, whatever. So it's like 100 or so. You get where it's going.
Are there
think about your lounge.
Do you we're in a lounge right now, but there's no music playing. Do you have any favorite artists? From
each genre.
From that, or are you into that?
I'm not into it that heavy time my own genre. I will put it on when I'm studying. Because I don't need to be activated. I don't need to be activated to where I need to dance, but I need something in the background that keeps me going and actually focus on things.
So that one, that is house melodic.
Yeah, like house melodic.
Okay.
Then we can get into trance in the middle. I would say trance is in the middle. Trance music.
Trance music.
Yeah. So that one.
TRANCE. Trance.
Yes.
Not trans music.
No.
Although.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Listen, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So trance music. Okay.
Yes.
And why do they call it trance music?
Because it can. Yes, it can. You can close your eyes and you can imagine the words and the lyrics that are being sung to you. Usually it's uplifting. So trance music also has like uplifting. You have your down tempo, you have your up tempo, things like that too.
Okay.
I like uplifting because usually you have positive messages that go along
with
songs.
no words.
No, they have some words. You have like 1 or 2 sentences.
Okay.
1 or 2 sentences. This is just it.
So
but it's really you just listening to the beat. Safe inside of you.
Oh.
Yeah, not like that. Yeah. So you have that one too. There's the best of both worlds. What's the new one I have right now? Oh, My Foundation.
Oh.
I actually dedicated that song to my husband.
Oh.
Because it's a song about the fact that my partner is so strong that you're my foundation to move forward and I can do anything that I want. And so it's a great song, but it's just paired with.
What are the lyrics?
I
mean, it's only a couple.
It's like you're my foundation. I'm able to do things, so I'm not saying. You can find it on Spotify. Foundation. My Foundation. Yes.
And who's it by?
I don't have the artist.
So I guess my next question, and we'll continue, is when I asked you about favorite artists, are there known artists, and we talked about maybe offline or maybe earlier about this type of music becoming mainstream.
Yes.
Right? And so you say mainstream. I don't know that I could name an EDM artist, but maybe if I yeah, keep going.
So Armin van Buuren is the godfather of trance. Some people will say that. I have followed him for 20 years.
What's his name again?
Armin van Buuren. Armin van Buuren.
Van Buuren.
Yes.
Armin van Buuren.
He's a Dutch music producer.
Oh, okay.
He has a podcast called The State of Trance. And this year's marks 25 years that it's been on. He's going touring around the world.
I love that.
And touring around the world. And I've been trying to catch one of his concerts just because it means so much to me. Because when I was in college, I was listening to this podcast and that showed me what EDM was.
So the podcast has been on for this long? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. He has his own concert. I can't pronounce the place. It's in Netherlands because it's a Netherlands word. Yeah. It starts with a U. I do know that.
And it's coming up here in 2020.
So he's traveling the world.
Okay.
He already came to Echo Stage in DC.
And here in DC.
Yeah, in March, but I was out of town.
Of course you were.
That's
some other
suburbs. Yes, I was in New York at that time. So, but Armin van Buuren is one. You have Hardwell.
Hardwell.
Yeah, Hardwell. You have Mark Garnet.
Okay.
Those
make sure that you speak up because when we do these,
I got you. You can hear from yeah, you talking. I got you. My other favorite one is Cosmic Gate. They unfortunately recently broke up because it's 2 DJs. So one is going to continue the music and one is going to leave.
So before you go on, it's when we're talking about the artists of EDM music, right? And I'm doing quotes because you know, it's for people who only play instruments or only sing. There's a stigma against EDM music that it's not real music, right? It's not. So I want to make sure that we I want to make sure that we dispel that and talk about it. So the artists that people talk about these are DJs. They are people who are talented. They know their stuff.
Yes.
They know how to put not only the beats together, but the sort of sound waves and put it all together so that it does, I assume, lend itself to a trance or whatever the vibe is. You tell me.
You know, I got you. I mean, to me, they are still artists. They're doing something. To me, I think artist is something that people define personally. For me, it is somebody that's able to do something that I cannot. That is an art form. Music is an art form.
Yes.
Also, at the same time, almost every single track that we hear is produced.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if anything, you're a music producer.
Oh, yeah.
And half the time they say DJ music producers because it goes into lab to be fixed, to be done. Whitney would not be the person that she was if it was not produced by somebody great. It's usually you have the talent,
Right.
and then you have a producer.
Right.
And all this is just has a producer there.
Now,
And they get to incorporate talent by having a vocal artist sing on the track.
I wanna take a moment of personal privilege before we go on to the higher beats.
Mm-hmm.
You made a statement, and this is
Mhm.
my podcast, so I get to say it. Whitney would not be who she was. Who's Whitney? Let
Houston.
my audience know.
Whitney Houston.
You better let them know.
Whitney,
There are people out here who don't know who Whitney is.
Okay, I guess it does tell my age too.
Listen.
I guess it does tell my age. Like Whitney. No, Whitney Houston. I was just pulling because we're from the same culture. I feel like
Whitney Houston.
Yeah, Whitney Houston. Yeah.
And it's not. There's no EDM Whitney, right?
No. listen. I can pull that track up real quick. Heartbreak Hotel.
But there's no DJ Whitney.
No.
There's no.
Nothing like that.
So there's only one Whitney.
Yeah, there's only one.
And for people, right, it's like Cher or like
Yes.
to me.
All those, even Deborah Cox. Absolutely not. There is a circuit mix of that song. That is a favorite song. And also, I've seen her live at one of my circuit events, singing over her track. So anyway, back to yes.
That's actually maybe a good segue, or maybe something we're going to be talking about later. We talk about Whitney, Deborah, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's Stranger in My House Comes?
Tamia.
Yes, Tamia. Right? They are artists who they themselves are not EDM artists.
No.
Right? But their tracks can have been led to
Mm-hmm.
all types of things. And so what genre is that as far as the beats and when we're talking about?
So that was
melodic we talked about.
Yeah.
Trance we talked about now.
So now we're gonna go into club mixes.
Club mixes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go into club mixes and
Okay.
circuit music and things like that too.
Okay.
That's what that is.
And
that's the least in my opinion. Yes.
Okay. And is that
Yeah.
your lane or where?
That's usually my lane when I go out on Fridays and Saturdays. And usually when I go to work and things like that, I do mix it up. I do mainly listen to EDM majority of the time, but circuit music and club music mixes, yes, that's what I listen to.
And is there a I know we're sort of generalizing, but is there a like an approximate, like, okay, this needs to be this fast in order for it to be blah blah blah. Like Stranger in My House.
Yes.
Stranger in My House by Tamia could be a little bit faster or a little bit slow. Obviously, it's a slow song, but it's been bumped up to be. And so, like, what? Yeah.
You can feel it. I can't really name the beats.
You may.
You can feel it. Yeah. But you can feel that. There are certain times where the club mix is just the club mix where you're just standing around in a bar and you can hear the song, but that's not the original beat. They added other beats to it to make it more entertaining to your ear while you're sitting around drinking. But if you're on the dance floor and you hear it and you're like, oh, that's my song, yes! But it has the beats that go along with your movements that you're dancing, then it's at a higher beat. That's how I kind of look at it. But the original one, you're in your shower singing. Or cleaning up the house.
So I have a different an additional direction that I want to go. But what is the what is the highest BPM right that people like? Oh, those kids are going crazy.
Hardstyle techno.
Oh, that's techno.
Hardstyle techno. Hardstyle techno.
Let's get on.
Yeah.
And so,
Shuffle it with it. I just listen people. It's like 168 beats per minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I follow a local group called Tritonal. They are based in DC. I've met them actually.
For those of you who can't see me or know what I was talking about, there are people who are like, they get so wrapped up in the quickness or the rapid beat that it seems like their bodies or their whole spirits are convulsing in such a way. You're like,
just look up German techno dance, and trust me, there you go. That's exactly what you need.
German techno dance.
Yes.
And
trust me.
I'll say it this way: two things. One, from a clip / Instagram, TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, but other places. This looks like craziness personified. this looks like are these people okay?
Yeah.
Right? But in fuller context, you're like, oh, these people are just having a good time.
Yes.
And they're just feeling the music.
Exactly.
And so part of what I wanted to talk about, when I wanted to sort of do a deeper dive into, before a deeper dive into is the role of music in our sort of self-expression, right? And how we, particularly nowadays, right, use music, whether through dance or vocal expression or whatever it is, to get out whatever the hell we need to get, whatever it is, right? Sometimes it's stress because of whatever particular or gas or whatever it is. Sometimes it's sex. Sometimes it's right. So all of these things, I feel like we express ourselves. But I wanted to get into that. But I wanted to make sure that we did a full breadth of
yeah, you did well. Hardstyle was at the top, basically.
Okay.
Hardstyle was at the top. I like techno music as far as dance too. I don't dance that way, but I do love listening to it because it's great. And I love my favorite artists there.
Do you go to concerts?
Yeah, I go to several festivals. Matter of fact, I'm going to Nocturnal this year. Nocturnal Music Festival is in California. It's in September. Sorry.
So this is the part of the podcast where you get to plug whatever it is that you're gonna plug. Whether it's
I'm not plugging. I'm not anything up.
No, but I mean, if there are places that you've had a good time, that you found community, let our audience know.
I mean, honestly,
we're in DC, Maryland.
Yeah, honestly, I will say this: the world will be a much better place if everybody went to one festival.
One type
just
of
one EDM festival. You can go to Electric Daisy Carnival in Las Vegas, Orlando. They have them all around the world. They have one in Korea. They have one in Thailand. There's also Electric Forest, which is in Chicago. There's Nocturnal, which is in LA. But just go to one festival.
And when you say the world would be a better place,
I will tell you why.
Yeah.
Because people are nice to each other. People take care of one another, whether or not you're a stranger. People will run up to you and say your outfit's amazing. People will give you random hugs. People say you look good. They will encourage you just to be there, and they're happy to be there for the music. Being in that type of atmosphere that is so positive is what we need right now. And you will be able to I can trust my fellow human being. This is where you're not judged, you're not looked at differently. You can show up in a full furry costume and people think you look cool.
Well, so here's the thing, right? So here's the thing. I think that besides the there's a couple things that I wanted to make sure I touch on. One, it is there's a sense in the overall community. In the when I say the overall community, I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm gonna speak for myself. For myself, I see the circuit community, the EDM community, the sort of overall community that we're talking about now as a very safe space for LGBTQ.
Yes.
Great. That said, what if Tucker Carlson's son?
My God.
What if I'm Tucker Carlson's son? And I want to go to an EDM festival, and I want to enjoy this music. And I'm known for being Tucker Carlson's son. Right? Am I going to be welcomed? Am I going to be like, oh, it's okay because everybody can be here? Or is it only for gay people? Or, people, I want to make sure that I see
it because it really is for everybody. Because half the time we're not really knowing each other's names. What did I say?
Right.
What did I say? I'm actually on here as JD.
Just
JD.
nobody cares.
Nobody cares about that. That is free in itself.
I want to say that for real and out loud for everybody.
I mean, just don't cause fights. Just like in every other club. Don't fuck somebody else. Don't fuck somebody else's up. Don't steal stuff. Don't steal somebody's phone. Don't spill drinks. If you do, say apologize and don't step on people's feet. And if you do, say sorry and walk away. That's it. There's simple rules.
And nobody's after your man.
I won't. I'm on a premise. Whether or not that's true, that may be true. But I do want to do one thing.
No, but I want to make sure that like that.
Yeah.
It's a safe space.
It's a safe space, but also they take
take
care of you. Also, they'll take care of you. There's
Yeah.
medical staff on board. Even the medical staff is enjoying the music. So, my God. But I do want to do one thing.
Yeah.
I do want to say one thing. There are, yes, you have the overarching EDM culture, okay? Circuit music is like a branch on a bigger tree.
Oh, okay.
EDM is a huge tree that has tons of branches, tons of music and things like that. And everybody has their own lanes and things in which they can all blend, be together, and do
So
things.
what else besides what?
You
What
have,
else?
so you have circuit, you have house, you have old school house, you have Chicago house, you have by the way,
Oh, so
Baltimore
there are
house
regional
music is
houses.
there's actual Baltimore house music.
Oh, I knew about that.
Time for the percolators, Baltimore house music.
Who doesn't?
Right, exactly.
It's time.
So, then you also have Chicago house music, which is black box and all that good stuff. Listen,
Nothing.
Yeah.
So there is regional.
Yes, the music, all that music came regionally, of course. But nonetheless, we can get there later.
Right.
But yes, there's Chicago style house music. There's Baltimore style. There's DC go-go music.
Yeah, and that's all under EDM.
It's all under EDM.
Oh,
It's a
so
big
go-go
umbrella.
music. Go-go music.
Yeah.
is under EDM.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get. I don't
No,
yeah. I mean, my analyze, not really. But the thing is, the fact that we had turned some of those songs into EDM songs that can hear it out. If you know the right DJs,
Okay.
I will say that because it's usually played by live bands and things like that too.
So this is not quite a hard left turn because we've been sort of dancing around it, but we're going to talk about black people in EDM music, certain culture and time. I want to start not necessarily with you or the people who enjoy it. I want to start with the DJs. How many black DJs?
That was such a question. Okay.
Like, are there a lot? I actually don't know. I would imagine there are more than not.
Okay.
Like that, but I would.
Okay,
feel like
I want to
it'd
say
be more freeing space for people of color, but maybe not.
And so there are black famous DJs. EDM recording ones.
Okay.
A lot. Define to me a lot. Let's say there's 200 EDM artists that we know.
And there were.
I want to say like maybe 30.
Oh, that's a lot.
Maybe 200, maybe 30. I think there's even more, but I just don't know them yet.
No,
But
30 is a lot. That's a good representation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, the continent that's actually kind of taken house music over by storm is Africa.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah. Listen.
I mean, one of my personal favorites is Black Coffee, and he has started this whole nice house music too. And trust me, I think that would be a genre that you like too because it has a nice,
I want you to. You're a fast talker. I'm a fast talker. I want you to say it for the camera.
Sure.
What's his name?
Black Coffee,
And how do you spell?
like the coffee.
Like coffee.
Yeah,
Like
coffee.
Yeah.
No.
Black
Coffee.
coffee.
Yeah.
And he's on Instagram.
He's on Instagram, Spotify.
Spotify.
What makes him unique? He only has one arm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a music producer, somebody.
Yeah.
So how's it?
He has a specialized headphone.
Oh,
I've seen him in person.
Listen, that's why
I've seen him in person twice. I've seen him.
Black coffee.
Yeah.
He was a listener.
Yeah. I've seen it. He has specialized headphones. I've seen him twice at Echo Stage. He actually recently performed here in DC for very first Black Block Party here on Constitution Avenue. I missed that too. But he's nice.
Okay.
So I was saying that he's opened up that genre to other people as well.
Is he young, older?
Oh, he's our age.
All right. Let's go.
Whatever our age.
Okay.
Yes.
And so who else?
The other people I cannot pronounce, but I will give you the links later.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because just because there's good driving music.
So, overall, there are genres of music that I go to. This is a big general statement. Genres of music that I go to feel a certain way.
Uh-huh.
If I want to feel it's like kind of like love song sad, I'll go to a certain genre of music, right? If I wanna like get some fucking going on, I'll go to a certain genre of music, right? If I wanna like just get my body moving, right? I'll go to, and so so is EDM slash trance and all the music that we've been talking about, is it only for sort of like
No. Actually, no.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find every genre for every mood that you want to. There's even like lo-fi low trance, which basically
say more.
which is basically just study music.
Yeah.
It's a nice low, slow beat
That
you really just.
by that.
I don't know anybody else. That's lo-fi low trance.
Okay.
Yeah, and also there's music in which I want to be inspired and uplifted and pull out. I pull up trance music because usually trance music has like a beginning, a middle, and an end, and a nice crescendo to where you just feel like you can take on the world again. And then also at the same time, it does make you want to dance, but it also makes you want to close your eyes and think about what you're going through and how to get through that.
Yeah.
And how those words actually can empower you to move forward. Like during the wintertime, I listen to the sun in the winter, sunlight in the wintertime, just because it's like the message is like, yeah, the sun's here, it's cold outside, but eventually it will become warm. That's it. I listen to it religiously every single time there's a winter here because it is so freaking cold here. But yes.
So you said something that actually sparked it reinforced something that I wanted to get into. We're gonna come back to black people in a second, but I want to talk about, and I mentioned this before we got online. I want to talk about EDM music slash trance music, trance, etc. And it being devil music. Yes, it says. You said religiously, right? Yeah, I think the phrase was like, I think you listen to it religiously, whatever, and I think it sparked this idea that like I wanted to make sure that I touch on this. There's a sense that and it goes throughout time that any music that's making you move your hips,
Yeah.
right, is like, oh, that's dumb. What is it about these hips?
Because they're big.
Well, no, I
Big
guess so. But also layered on top of it, particularly EDM trance music, is it has been around for a while, but it has not been as mainstream until more recently. And so I think it being new to people, they're automatically like, oh, it must be either devil music, right? Because they got their colored contacts and their fangs and their furry costumes, or it must be gay, or both.
Oh, well.
Right? Well, listen, it's
But
all together.
I'm about to surprise you.
Yeah,
I'm about to really surprise
yeah,
you.
yeah.
There's actually Christian EDM music.
There's Christian EDM.
I actually listen to. I actually listen. I actually listen to some of the songs.
So literally what I was gonna say was what you said was so much of it is uplifting. It's about the message. It's all like a lot of Christians, a lot of people were saying like, oh, this is what I feel about my whatever. And so to find that there is Christian EDM music, so
Yeah, and I was surprised. There's a song that I listen to. I Need You Now by PLUR, PLUNV. And Mark. Anyway, the song is like, I need you now. Who do you need now?
listen.
Who is it that you need now?
Listen,
And it took but she also does say, God, I need you now. And it took me a while to actually pull that together because it surprised me too. And then there's another song too that I had on my phone, but there's another song I recently listened to. The same thing too, same message. Somebody loves you. And that's what it is. Somebody loves you. Who is it that constantly loves you every day? Sorry, keep doing that.
No.
So there's so there is Christian EDM music. And it was not secular at all. It took me a moment to realize this.
So I wanna. We're excited about this, but I want to make sure that I turn this into a clippable moment. This is gonna. I want to clip this. there is Christian EDM music.
Yes.
I want you to tell us all about the Christian EDM music because this is something I didn't know about. But I want my listeners and viewers in the 30 seconds that I have left. Tell us about like
Christian EDM music is super uplifting. It has the beats behind it, and the message is very positive. It took me a moment to actually realize what it was until I actually really thought about the lyrics. I was like, oh, okay, fine, I'll go behind this. I haven't seen them live in person. I do recommend to look it up. Some people may disagree with me saying it's Christian music because it could be just a message about being hope and being inspiring. But that's usually what all type of messages are.
Well, now, so here's the thing.
Would y'all find it on the genre of Spotify?
No. No. So
I'll say it this way.
So here's the thing. There are many people who believe that religions often use music to recruit and or bring people into something that is otherwise dangerous. That is to say, I am part of a particular religious sect, but I know that people are really into hip hop. So I'm gonna create a hip hop song that appeals to people just to bring you in, just so I can steal your money. Now that said, I fully believe that EDM Christian music is a great thing. And I think that it's very interesting. I've never heard of Christian EDM. I've never heard it. And I think I'll say it this way. I really want to hear this.
Because also too, even though that you think, oh, please, forgive me. Even though there's things you feel like you've been exposed to it, it's changing and evolving. The genres are starting to blend in together.
Is it older people or younger people?
No, it's the DJs and the younger people, and also the demand too. This is the only industry in which they actually kind of listen to the people. So, but I do want to circle back on one thing. Circle back on your thing about the whole secular music thing.
Yes.
There's old house music that has Christian gospel Christian songs that we know of in the church. I actually have an artist. His name is Fourplan. He love him. Saw him too. He literally has a song, "We Give the honor to," and you already know it has the black gospel choir singing in the background, and it has nice beats behind it too. I love that music. So it's not really trying to recruit anything. Who are we going to recruit these people to? And I find that disingenuous as well. You know.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I would say that most, and this is going to be a bold statement. That is not for this podcast for another time. I don't want to say. I would say that most people who self-identify as Christian also self-identify as wanting to do good in the world. Now, that may be. Did I say it was a podcast for another time? I said it was a podcast for another time.
Still, okay.
Listen, that's a whole different topic.
I had to change my outfit. Put on my
like I said, I don't want to say it.
Put on my suit.
Because, but ultimately what we're talking about is, are people who are EDM are into EDM music / certain culture / and we didn't talk about this, we didn't introduce this word, but rave culture, right, is that part of it, and are they doing good? That's really what I was trying. Are they trying to do? Are they trying to do good, or are they out here trying to worship the devil?
No,
but listen, I don't think that they're trying to.
The raves I've been to have been the safest places I have been in, and also at the same time, I've met the greatest people in the world, and also it's just, you just get to experience humanity in the way that it should be. Everybody is peaceful, lovable, united, and respectful.
So
PLUR.
So here's the thing. I think that part of what people may or may not understand about the culture / the music is the amount of self-expression, right? The freedom of self-expression that comes into it. And what happens is people view self-expression as you're just being wild. Whether it's you're being wild with your body or you're being wild with your sex.
Okay,
which is
wow.
which is the next. Listen, I said the sex. I said the sex. But brings me to the next part of it. I think that so much of certain culture, certain music, EDM culture, etc. It's tied into sexual behavior, promiscuity, etc.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna invite you to talk to me about what your experience has been, either on the dance floor or off the dance floor. How much you want to share, or how little you want to share.
I mean, because, okay. I mean, yes, that's prevalent in there. That's almost everywhere you go. People doing it in their grocery store. But anyhow, I do want to differentiate between raves and circuit music. Just because the circuit music is for LGBT friendly people, and usually you already know there's a high profile, highly sexual environment to be in. You mean look at our damn gay pride parades? Everybody's already having it. So now you're gonna invite the gays to come to a club with a theme and barely wearing some clothes. Of course, that's going to happen at a certain party.
Are there many lesbians who are engaging in sexual activity at the?
I don't see them, and also at the same time,
yeah.
I mean, I don't see them, but they are invited. I do have to say that they are invited.
They're invited.
They're invited.
They rub their titties together or whatever.
I mean, yeah, but again, that's a whole different podcast topic. To be honest with you, gays and lesbians. You already know this.
What's the line?
That's a whole nother topic. So, but I want to say, but when you go to like raves, like the EDC culture and things like that, not so much.
What's EDC?
I mean, Electric Daisy Carnival.
Okay.
I want to say the sex is there, but also there's straight people there. Also, so it's tame. But people are there.
The straights have more tame sex publicly than the gays? I don't know.
Okay. So let me say it like this.
Here's the
Let me say it like this. Yes, it's there. Do you notice it? You can notice it. It is more in your. It's more in your face at a certain party because there's a whole designated room. They even say we have play zones. We have a dark room. We have that already set up. Whereas on the fighter for the EDC rave, you won't see that. So sure,
So yeah. So here's the thing. I almost want a straight person on the podcast just for this question, but did you attribute that to this is a broad statement? Do you think that the gays and LGBT / Q plus are less shameful with their sex than the straights? The straights, do you listen? I'm gonna let you say. Do you think that the straights are trying to hide their public sex in the way the gays are like, come watch it? Come watch it.
Listeners, you can't see my face, but I have the face. I'm just like, you know this answer. Also, but I'm gonna say this anyway. I'm gonna say it like this. The straights have been tamed.
The straights.
I'm gonna say it like that too.
I know, me too. I hate it.
I'm not that way, but I do have to say it like this. They have the ability to hide their promiscuity. And they get shunned for it. And then when they want to do it publicly, they do get caught and things like that too. Whereas we're the counterculture of that. So we're going to do it publicly anyway. We're going to do it everywhere. We're here in this space. You're going to see it. You're going to do it and be there. That's us. But also at the same time, we're going to make space for it. Straights have a space for it, but it's on the hush hush. It's on the down low. You need to know who you need to know. And you can do things like that too.
Do you think that leads to less safety? Because if there's a designated space with all the lube and condom, whatever it is,
I think it leads
to
better
safety. Straight to just like, oh, I'm gonna rape you on the dance. Like I hate to say it.
I think it leads to.
That's a broad generalization.
It's a broad generalization, and also it's a little slightly. I think it does lead to better safety. One, because you know what you're getting yourself into. Whereas sometimes you go to a straight club, you don't know what you're getting yourself into, and that's what leads to problems.
You say problems?
Yeah, problems for one. But yes, it leads to problems because people will want to go to the clubs to just dance and just chill and not get in on. I want to leave my problems on the dance floor. That is the song. I want to leave my problems on the dance floor, and that's it. Whereas you go to a circuit party, oh well, they're about to have sex there. Well, I'll just stay out of the dark room. Oh, I'll just stay over here. I can dance in my little corner over here. Boom. Just be upfront about it. What's wrong with being upfront about it?
So dark rooms have you been in? Before you answer,
Oh my God.
quick break, and we'll be right back. So here's the thing.